At times I feel old, like I'm going out of style, so I turn down the music on my FM dial. I beg of you to come and listen for a while and look at this wonderful world through the eyes of a child. This is my chance to escape today, and I don't wanna see my dreams chased away. Inside the palace gates is where I stay, cause the world is no longer a safe place to play. It's like the story of the little wooden boy who wanted to live the life that every child should enjoy. I heard it once or twice before. The world is yours for you to explore. I heard my calling as a child and I answered it. When I grow up and finally get my chance to fit, I'll be the sort of man that you can't forget. I used to stare up at the sky on my camping trip in this quiet night of quiet stars and quiet chords on my guitar. Kids out there, I know it might be hard, but I realize how live you are. One day I'll travel from the east to the west to tap into the hidden strength that all men possess. I'll always be young, see a young mind is fresh and it's clear my memories will one day disappear unless. Do you remember? Yes, I remember. Do you remember? Some say the price of life has a costly amount. When it comes to fights, I might have lost me a bout, but I never lost my head, cause that would cost me a scalp. So when my heart became cold like the Austrian Alps, I used to use my aggression just to hurt mics. In '86 my whole crew was into dirt bikes, like a GT Predator or a mongoose. Listen as I ride the rhythm and let the rhymes loose. This is what makes my life surreal. I'll take my chances and spin the wheel. I can't wait to grow up so I'll know the deal, but right now I'm a child and this is how I feel. My younger days seem sorta tragic despite I learned to unify the pen and pad with the mic. I might weave a little bit of magic tonight, cause to me, imagination is the fabric of life. My rhymes helped me many times growing up. Before keeping it real or the days of blowing up, I put on shows in my room, nobody showing up. I'm just a little guy now, but when I'm old enough one day, I'll travel from the east to the west to tap into the hidden strengths that all men possess. I'll always be young, see a young mind is fresh and it's clear my memories will one day disappear unless. Do you remember? Yes, I remember. Do you remember? Remember that day in September? Yes, I remember. Do you remember? Last days and times as the earth spins faster, I often fantasize about life in the hereafter. Paradise, the afterlife, land of the pleasant. I dream of how my life will be when I get to heaven. I don't embrace the taste of death, but I don't fear it. Visions of heaven draw me near it. Everlasting life in the spirit. I obeyed the commandments and universal laws. I prophesied about heaven. This is what I saw. I was placed in the land of milk and honey. Fascination. I was given powers beyond the average imagination. But peep this, what I saw next left me speechless. In heaven, everyone has the same level of uniqueness. In heaven, there's no greed, no need for worldly things. No diamond-studded rings, peasants become kings. I don't know about you all, but this is where I've got to live. Where men and women don't have to be so provocative and live as true kings. See it in the way we do things. Intoxicate your minds without that gin and juice that Snoop brings. By far, in heaven, the world is ours. No more drugs, money, and cars. Just suns, moons, and stars reunited with the universal family. The man in me can't wait for heaven to fulfill my wildest fantasies as I search for better days and praise the number 7 when I get to heaven. So fresh, so fly, right in paradise. So fresh, heaven, it's the last emperor. These lyrics won't leave you gassed. In heaven, I encounter famous spirits from the past. I crack jokes with black folks like Robin Harris and Red Fox. Lounging with Bob Marley, giving me tips on my dreadlocks. To put it loosely, an angel would introduce me to all these famous people. I learned kung fu from Bruce Lee. The best rhymes on the best labels. Doing shows with Scott LaRock and Prince Messiah on the tables. Discussing politics with Mountie Tongue and Malcolm. By chance, Queen Latifah's brother Lance would do production on my album. Heavenly tracks with heavily rhyming. Jimi Hendrix on guitar, vocals by Phyllis Hyman. Yes, in heaven, my album would be a smash, generating cash, serving rappers like Arthur Ashe with an uncensored free voice. I can rejoice. Look over there, that's Heavy D's boy, Trouble T. Roy. He's kicking dance steps with Sammy Davis Jr. If I'd have known heaven was gonna be like this, I'd have been here sooner. Where heavily MCs will be, no robbery, no thievery, no police brutality for Eazy-E. And all of our loved ones that passed away, take it from me, someday we'll all be free like Donny Hathaway. I'll make the world feel my presence until I'm called back to the essence, and I get to heaven.
Fresh, so fly, private paradise. So fresh, so fly, private paradise.
It's like 1 for the physical, 2 for the spirit, 3 for hip-hop that makes your heads bob when you hear it. My mind's in heaven and I'm loving it. No politicians, no government, no Democrats, no Republicans. And other men might create a civilization where hip-hop rules, the emperor rocks the nation. There's no stress in heaven, we all relax. And real lyricists sign record contracts, not these gun-toting, blood-smoking crossover acts. Lying on wax, claiming they drop facts. Imagine possibly no animosity or malice, where your home is a palace, sipping wine from a golden chalice, just lounging and living lovely, no one above.
Listo, sacaron. Voy a ver quién me aventó esta. Sacaron.
Boast why, even try to post high. Just give thanks and praise to the Most High, and maybe we could all make it and take it right back to the essence when I get to heaven.
So fresh, so fly, private paradise. So fresh, so fly, private
What's up, y'all? Let's rap for a second about a special thing that this world is neglecting. Now I was under the impression that love was refreshing, so chill, I'ma still break it down for the session. It's been around since the day this world was born, and since then it has taken many shapes and forms, like the kinship ties, a love between brothers to the passion released. It can bring in a peace the same way I love rocking over these ill beats. It's a treat sweeter than your favorite dessert, but even at the same time I know love hurts. If your love stands strong, let no one stray it. If someone gives it to you, don't you ever betray it. No matter what the cost, you would be wiser to pay it. I could flip it many ways, but the best way to say it is that everything in life for good love depends. And in case they didn't hear it, won't you tell them again? Sometimes you lose love, though you expect to win. Listen to my story as the record spins. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. I wish I could go back and reverse the time. I didn't think that I could fit it in this verse of mine, but my heart just exploded in a burst of rhymes. And I'm thinking, how could a love 5 years in the making end up in such painful heartbreaking? Somewhere between a boyfriend and a husband, but still I was one roll short of the dozen. I should have treated her right, and she would be here tonight. I want to send this brief memo to my ex-wife. If there's one thing you carry for the rest of your life on the subject of love, take my honest advice. When you find that love, girl, share your soul with them. Start a family and grow old with him. If he start acting up, you play the role with him. Ozzie Davis, Ruby D, Tom Cruise, Nicole Kidman can all bear witness to this and say love saved their marriages till this day. It's the most important sign on life's freeway, even at the expense of sounding so cliche. I said you gotta have love. Everything in life for good love depends. Gotta have love. And in case they didn't hear it, won't you tell them again? Gotta have love. Even the best of friends gotta have love. Must stop dancing when the music ends. What happens after that? Good love collapses. Like the phoenix, it can rise from the ashes. But perhaps if that time is never, every time we hear this jam, we'll be dancing together. Whether you drop me or whether I dropped you, I want you to know that I never forgot you. So I write a love song that you and I can rock to. The type of love song that we can do the walk to. Enough love to go around, so spread it. Anybody could get it, even with bad credit. So if your girl want a hug, go give her a hug. I send a shout to the city of brotherly love. And if you love your brother, man, let your brother, man, know it ain't a cat alive so damn tough he can't show it. If he thought he was, he thank you for telling him so. From the last emperor with that desolate flow. And since it seems that we've come to the end of our show, I'ma leave a little space for the choir to blow and go. I'm just letting y'all know the deal. A love that's hidden must be revealed. Until I find that love that's real. Only with time can my wounds heal. Just when I thought I couldn't win, ha, here we go once again. Ha, a dish you plus a friend. Ha, bring it in, acknowledge my story, but don't invade my territory. Besides being an MC, I've got nothing going for me. Although my life might seem to have zero interference, small children still run from my hideous appearance. My clothes are torn and trashy, cops try to blast me. Elderly women still clutch their handbags when they pass me. But I find that entertaining, I'm saying, I'm not complaining, but casually conversing, rhyming without cursing. I sound fast on wax, but slow and retarded in person. Now admit it, cause I know you did it. Unlock the mystery, please don't keep it hidden. Whether you were being serious or just kidding. Made fun of that neighborhood kid that never fit in. Don't you remember seeing me being laughed, kicked, and punched at? Watching guys being ostracized like the hunchback? That was me. No sword, no shoddy, just an MC with a really big head and small body. Lyrical sideshow freak. My brain's got a slow leak. Attack small mammals like a Siberian snow beast. By the way, let me inform you if you didn't know already. The Iroquois call me Sasquatch, in Tibet they call me Yeti. Lest we forget that ignorance is blissy. Some call it pleasure, but I feel better when you diss me. From giants to elves, suitcases to shelves, and third world children who can't even feed themselves. Being conceited is bad for your health, so every once in a while I try to diss myself. A few years shy of 30, but I don't act like an adult. Smoke my brain cells away, follow hip-hop like a cult. And oh, people often wonder why Jamal's so thin, like a scarecrow on crack with my jaw sucked in. So slim and malnourished, not the lion without courage. Cursed in one of the worst civilizations that now flourished. If you're quiet now and then, you might hear me in the distance, but I keep my face hidden for the underground resistance. Some say that I'm brilliant, others call me a nitwit. I like to think of myself as a quiet societal misfit with a biscuit that releases hot lead like liquid. And with it, I'm known to bust shots at all these punk cops and safely tuck it away in my bionic man lunchbox. Illiterate rhyme writer, villainous crime fighter, tangle these fly MCs like a non-seed the spider. Try to step into my light? No, you probably rather die, right? Most of these third world countries ain't as poor as my eyesight. My only friend is my mic, zone like the twilight. Drive right, pass me, let's see, that would be the best thing. My life reflects the ill effects of genetic testing. Lest we forget that ignorance is blissy. Some call it pleasure, but I feel better when you diss me. From giants to elves, suitcases to shelves, and third world children who can't even feed themselves. Being conceited is bad for your health, so every once in a while I try to diss myself. I bring Death indicate to all those that try to shun me, pick me apart and overrun me for being black but comely. Once they used to diss me, but now they run. I like to set up a reunion, but I doubt they come. Picture that, where's the disses at? Now say one. I've got a psychiatrist named Dr. Andre Young, who's helping me live out my dreams and rebuild my self-esteem. When we step on the scene, watch 1,000 women scream. Who's the bravest? Whether Cali or Manhattan pavements, I make MCs find a brand new religion like Ben Chavis. My favorite is ripping it. Tables are turned, now I'm dissing kids. Temporary but infinite. Even in my simplicity, I'm intricate. Isn't a rose by any other name? Watch MCs get deposed if they don't play the game. Blaze the internal flame, spark from one single thought. Can't be compromised nor bought, nor cross-examined in court. I slam the mic like a gavel and declare it a mistrial. Wage war like the sons of Isaac and Ishmael. Switch styles in the fashion that only the kid could. My debut album is entitled The Legend of Bigfoot. Word to my size 12s. When I walk, the international vibes felt. Give me the heavyweight prize belt for being flat broken. Feed themselves. Being conceited is bad for your health. So every once in a while I try to diss myself. From giants to elves, suitcases to shelves, and third world children who can't even feed themselves. Being conceited is bad for your health. So every once in a while I try to diss myself. Try to diss myself. It's bad for my health. Every now and then I diss myself. Being conceited is bad for my health. Yo, text on the list, pay attention. Listen, watch him get dissed. My man Mateo is next on the list, pay attention. Listen, watch him get dissed. Baby Paul is next on the list, pay attention. Listen, watch him get dissed. My man Mateo is next on the list, pay attention. Listen, watch him get dissed. The Empire is the last on the list, pay attention. Listen, watch him get dissed.
Reports being captured and nearly eaten by what he describes as only the people.
Greetings, I am known as Jungle Catz 1. Do not fear my appearance, remain calm, do not run. We come from a planet which orbited 2 suns. Now on Earth the era of the jungle cat has begun. My name is Wise Fang, the jungle cat elder, leader of the council, the torn spirit welder. When hip-hop was born, I was the first one that held her. Left rappers bewitched and cast spells like Esmeralda. In your planet's history, man has hunted cats. Unwanted raps now get clawed at and scratched. They are no match. With feline rhymes we counteract. No man can escape when jungle cats get attached. I practice cat magic and make catnip drinks. Despite what science thinks, the jungle cats built the sphinx. Whack raps get cat naps, more than 20 winks. Some cats become extinct like the great Canadian lynx. Every culture on earth have these cats ran through. Founded cities like Catalina and Kathmandu. Over the centuries, the secret cat tribe grew. Heaven help us all when the jungle cats come through. Every evening when the sun goes down, 3 strangers meet on sacred ground. So release the animal that mankind won't allow. Take the jungle cat vow. Meow, meow. Every evening when the sun goes down, 3 strangers meet on sacred ground. So release the animal that mankind won't allow. Take the jungle cat vow. Meow, meow. I am the second in command of the jungle cat war. Part man and part jaguar, the emperor. Special guest appearance on the jungle cat tour. Before you walk across the stage, obey the jungle cat law. Sure, you can run, son, but I tear off your hide. I designed the weapons for the jungle cat pride. Get live. Some use words to flatter wisdoms. I bring forth cataclysms, manifested through cat-like mannerisms. My sound rings from the 4-legged ground kings without announcing. Cats remain silent while canines are howling. My slender frame's made for pouncing. I built a catapult to throw MCs from my surroundings and shatter domes. Abandoned cats from tattered homes. I use the cat gun to shoot anti-matter poems. I leave my claw marks to indicate my battle zones. Any human who tests will surely rest in the catacombs. Any cat and mouse tricks. Can they skin a cat? I doubt this. If you try competing, you'll get eaten like Meow Mix. Perfect. Back to the control panel. Same cat, time, same cat, channel. Who likes the way the jungle cats get down? Go meow, 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 meow. Who loves hip hop? Take the jungle cat vow. Go meow, 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 meow. shakes, trembles. All jungle cats rise up and assemble. You don't have to cock your Glocks back to be radical like the Spot Cat, so stop that. I'll turn your matchbox into a box match. My rhymes will make Father Time turn his clock back and look for me like Star Trek 3 to search for Spock Hat. Like you know, I'm known to drop facts over hot tracks, or shall we say, lounging in my alleyway like Tomcat. Take 2 jungle cats and add 1 more, and you've come face to face with the great crazy claw. Open your soul and let the whack leave you. Subtract evil and await the return of the cat people and fans of all ages, the cubs that we speak to. No timidness, limitless boundaries we lead to and keep you laced with feline fatter topics. Jungle cats out, no doubt catastrophic. Every evening when the sun goes down, 3 strangers meet on sacred ground to release the animal that mankind won't allow. Take the jungle cat vow. Meow, meow. Every evening when the sun goes down, 3 strangers meet on sacred ground to release the animal that mankind won't allow. Take the jungle cat vow. Meow, meow. Every evening when the sun goes down, 3 strangers meet on sacred ground to release the animal that mankind won't allow. Take the jungle cat vow. Meow, meow. Every evening when the sun goes down, 3 strangers meet on sacred ground to release the animal that mankind won't allow. Take the jungle cat vow. Meow, meow. At times I feel old, like I'm going out of style, so I turn down the music on my FM dial. I beg of you to come and listen for a while and look at this wonderful world through the eyes of a child. This is my chance to escape today, and I don't want to see my dreams chased away. Inside the palace gates is where I stay, cause the world is no longer a safe place to play. It's like the story of the little wooden boy who wanted to live the life that every child should enjoy. I heard it once or twice before. The world is yours for you to explore. I heard my calling as a child and I answered it. When I grow up and finally get my chance to fit, I'll be the sort of man that you can't forget. I used to stare up at the sky on my camping trip in this quiet night of quiet stars and quiet chords on my guitar. Kids out there, I know it might be hard, but I realize how live you are. One day I'll travel from the east to the west to tap into the hidden strength that all men possess. I'll always be young, see a young mind is fresh and it's clear my memories will one day disappear unless. Do you remember? Yes, I remember. Do you remember? Some say the price of life has a costly amount. When it comes to fights, I might have lost me a bout, but I never lost my head, cause that would cost me a scalp. So when my heart became cold like the Austrian Alps, I used to use my aggression just to hurt mics. In '86 my whole crew was into dirt bikes, like a GT Predator or a mongoose. Listen as I ride the rhythm and let the rhymes loose. This is what makes my life surreal. I'll take my chances and spin the wheel. I can't wait to grow up so I'll know the deal, but right now I'm a child and this is how I feel. My younger days seem sort of tragic despite I learned to unify the pen and pad with the mic. I might weave a little bit of magic tonight, cause to me, imagination is the fact.